countries may introduce mechanisms to tap their latent talent, and maybe there'll be a provision for that also. Great. Yeah, I was about to say that, what Dylan mentioned, the various situations or scenarios that Chinese just as different with Chinese characteristics. We are in a different development stage, especially compared to countries like Australia or Japan or other developed countries. And Lauren, since, or from your personal perspective, given that overage workers' rights are better protected or can be better protected after this, do you yourself have any intention to work in China? I know you've worked in China before, right? You're right.
Yes, you are correct. I have.
Right. Or would you consider that, after retirement, you're going to move to China and work here?
I would consider working in China now or anytime.
So, once I was in that category, China, of course, I would take up. So, yeah, I would. I'd say China is a bit more flexible for retirement age, and by the time I get to that category, it will probably be even more so. So I would, if they welcome them, to offer me such a job when I get to that age. Great. But now, as we know that overage workers here in China, actually, before the provisions take effect, they are in a very different position, right? Most of them will have to, or employers will stop hiring or cease their contract after they reach that age. But things could be different after this provisions take effect, right?
Yeah, so I think when it comes to top experts or professionals like Lauren, the universities or the institutions, we constantly see these top experts being hired by Chinese institutes. I think one of the recent Nobel laureates in economics were hired by the Southwestern University of Finance and Economics. Is an example. So I think when it comes to work, especially in these retired professionals area, what it used to be, the status quo was like people had to fight a little bit for this privilege of being hired again after retirement, especially within the institute or research university. And a lot of these contracts are really formal, really flexible, so all the bargaining powers are within the employer. If you're not satisfied with your work, if you're not satisfied with your contract, or if you're delaying payments, for example, or you have work injury, you really don't have anywhere to petition. So right now, I think, at least from my understanding of the law, I think in terms of disputes, the workers still have some role to whether they could go to, for example, the labor inspection or labor arbitration facilities, or they could file a lawsuit in court, and as Dana has mentioned, they will not have a higher chance of winning. They could also file a complaint with the authorities. So I think they have more legal to protect themselves, and I think